And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Keep it up, guys. Love you both. See ya.
Love you, Mark. And thanks, man. Love you, my brother.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Wow.
It's paying it forward, man. It's paying it forward. You know.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, what a guy. What a guy. I mean, man, and to see him, how he shifted his priorities, man, as he changed it to that servant mentality, and how his career has gone on even further after he did that. It's just phenomenal, man. What a guy. Mark Tresman. What a guy. What a guy. What a man. What a man. Man, Slim, man, this baseball, dog. Woo-wee.
I mean, that AL Central, that whole division, Coach. I mean, Yankees.
We know this now. Okay, Yankees sent the Guardians home.
They did.
So we got the Yankees and the Astros. Newsflash, I know who both of us for. We both pulling for Dusty. And he's a Hall of Fame manager. He needs that World Championship. He needs that World Series ring to validate his career.
Padres and the Phillies, Coach. That's the subject of conversation right there. 2 wild cards are meeting up. That's a dogfight, man.
Yeah. And you spot on, Slim. And the reason it's a dogfight, Slim, wild card teams, understand something. Those are the guys that were at the bottom. They're on the last rung on the ladder. That's the bottom of the stratification is wild card. Slim, I would be interested to find out. I'm going to do a little digging, but I'll bet you it's a very high percentage in football, in the NFL. When a wild card team makes it to the Super Bowl, Slim, they generally win it. Because, Slim, they've gone through hell to get there.
Harden, Coach. We done had, like we done said in our meetings, and we even had Buddy Pugh on the show, and he said it. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And so man, but I'm telling you, dude, Slim, them Padres, they got that boy Yu Darvish, they got that boy Blake Snell, and that boy Joe Musgrove. It's going to be some exploding sliders and some wicked fastballs, some flames going to be coming across. I hope Dusty can take down them Yankees, and I think they will. But I'm telling you, Slim, and I'm speaking it into existence, when the Astros get to the World Series, whoever comes out of that National League going to be wicked to handle, because the Astros got sticks. Yordan Alvarez, Jose
Altuve, baby.
They got sticks. Astros can hit the ball. There's only one thing that takes down good hitting, and that's good pitching. And either one of these teams got some wicked pitching. Boy.
I do.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, Coach, let's talk about these picks, man.
Yeah, it's time for the pick. Time for
the picks, bro.
It's time for Slim to pick them.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. You know you look good to me.
Come on, Slim. Pick
4-2. 4-2. Campbell University is taking on 6-0 Jackson State. Mike Minter versus Coach Prime. Campbell University, Coach, they're on a 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, man.
In the 3 games that they have played and they have won, they've scored 123 points, averaging 41 points per game. Yeah. Now, the opponents that have scored on them, they scored 56. That's an average of 18.6 per game.
They gave up but 18 points a game in the last 3 games.
Coach, they clamping up and they scoring hard. That's tough to beat. Jackson State, on the other hand, while they are 6-0, the teams that they have played, only 2 of them have winning records. That's FAMU and Alabama State, Coach. It's safe to say they haven't really been tested.
And you'd be spot on correct. You know, Mike Minter, he's an Okie. That's your homeboy. That's our homeboy. Lawton, Oklahoma, was on those back-to-back national championship teams at Nebraska, coached by the great Tom Osborne. Mike Minter is a good football coach, and this is a good football team, Slim, and they're battle-tested. They've lost 2 games. One of them was to a mid-major, East Carolina. But this is a good football team, Slim, and this is Coach Prime's first real test. It's homecoming for Jackson State, and they're going to step up their game. Who's going to win it, Slim?
Jackson State, Coach.
I hope Coach Prime can pull that game up. Slim, did you see him on 60 Minutes?
Oh.
Did you see?
What that
Slim,
was emotional, coach.
Slim, listen, man. And for all, it's on YouTube. Deion Sanders was on 60 Minutes last week. Great interview. Mildred, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a lot of jobs open this year. I'm telling you now. And the guy conducting the interview said, well, do you think Auburn could come open? Arizona State is open.
These
Nebraska.
Power 5 schools,
He
yeah.
named 3 or 4 jobs. He said, would you consider those if you got offer you couldn't refuse?
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
He said, I would consider it. I would be a fool not to. But I'm telling you, Slim, it was something about the way this guy's going about his business and what he's doing. I don't think he's going to leave until Shadur and that other son of his are done playing. Because he has literally changed the dynamic. The head coach of a HBCU is kicking so much ass and lifting the whole countenance of HBCU football. It ain't Jackson State. Man,
No, it's all HBCUs, coach.
dude, you got to tip your hat to that brother. I'm just telling you, man. Yeah, no question.
You got to support that. North Carolina Central, coach. Trey Oliver is at Buddy Pugh, South Carolina State. So North Carolina Central, they're 5-1. Buddy Pugh is 2-4, coach. NC Central's only loss came from a thumping, an absolute beatdown from Campbell University, 48-18.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's only about 8 teams in the MEAC that play football.
No, there's 6 teams in the MEAC.
6 teams. There's 6 teams in the MEAC that play football going into week 8, and only 2 of them have winning records. That's North Carolina Central at 5-1 and Delaware State at 4-2.
Yeah. So who gonna win that game?
I don't want to go against Buddy Pugh, coach. I'm not gonna do that. He's at home. I'm gonna support my man.
Well, you're gonna support him, but you're gonna lose because North Carolina Central are gonna beat Buddy Pugh. Buddy Pugh's a hell of a coach. This is not a good South Carolina State football team. And let me tell you what, Slim. We had John Grant on our show a couple of weeks past.
Yeah.
He is the executive director of the Celebration Bowl, which celebrates the HBCU national champions.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody pulling for black college football need to be behind North Carolina Central. They are 5-1. You need to hope that they go to the Celebration Bowl 11-1.
Yeah.
So when they meet up with Jackson State,
that's who's gonna be.
Good game. It'll sell out the facility. They play it in that Mercedes Dome in Atlanta. You won't. It's good for black college football if the MEAC champion has 11 wins or 10 wins. I mean, I'm happy for Buddy, but he got there last year with 6 wins.
Yeah, coach. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
My alma mater, Texas Southern, you see it, is on the road taking on Alcorn State at 3-3, coach. If Clarence McKinney gets this road win, coach, that means he'll be 3-4 with 3 more opportunities to get 6. His 2 opponents that he's taking on is Grambling State and Lincoln of California.
Hey, now understand something. Now, this ain't Lincoln in Jefferson City, Missouri. This is Lincoln in California. This is almost comical, Slim. Them people over there at 3100 Cleburne, okay, are bussing off. They flying. I don't know how they're coming, but you coming all the way from Los Angeles to bring a they're terrible. I don't think they won a game. Okay. Last time I looked, they were 5-0, 0-5.
0-5.
But they coming all the way from California to 3rd Ward, Houston, Texas, to get a drubbing from Texas Southern, so Texas Southern could get a homecoming win. Now, okay. TSU, they ain't won but 2 games. And both of them was road games. So we won up in Arlington. When you played Southern, you whipped them. That was a good win, Clarence McKinney. That was a good win. I give you that. Okay. Then you beat Pine Bluff, or did they beat who? Anyway, who wins, Slim? Who wins? So who wins?
I'm going to get my school, coach. They road warriors. They're road warriors, coach. The 2 games that they won it on the road.
Okay. Will they beat Alcorn?
They beat Alcorn, coach.
Well, okay. Well, that's good. I glory in your spunk. That's your alma mater.
I hate when you say that.
I
Look,
glory in your spunk.
we didn't have the. You didn't got the hot. You got the burrito, coach. Now you finna get the hot sauce.
Put the hot sauce on it. Put the hot sauce on it. Put the hot sauce on
Cleveland.
it. The NFL.
At the NFL, coach.
All right.
The NFL. Cleveland at Baltimore. The
All
Ravens are a 6.5 point favorite.
Okay.
The home team is won 3 of the last 4 game matchups. John Harbaugh is 23-5 against Cleveland, and are 12-2 at home.
Okay.
All right. Pops, we talked about it in our meetings. Lamar Jackson, you said, is pressing. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, in the game last Sunday, they playing the Giants, and that was a game that they should have won.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson broke containment and made a throw that he shouldn't have made. And I think he's pressing. He's pressing behind that and it was intercepted. And that was the pivotal play that turned the game in favor of the Giants and Brian Daboll and Wink Martindale. And I'm happy for Wink, but he's pressing. And I think it's behind that contract.
Of course, coach.
See, here's the thing, right quick. When you're talking about that kind of money, it carries a great responsibility, because you getting that kind of money, or you're demanding that kind of money, you're saying, I elevate everybody, not just the offense, the defense,
special teams.
Listen, the Coca-Cola tastes sweeter. The cheerleaders shake their pom-poms even
harder.
Prettier. Everything better.
The crowd cheers louder because of Lamar Jackson.
That's what you're saying. And he's pressing. He's a hell of a player. And that whole franchise is built around it. But John Harbaugh need to get him off to the side. They need to go down and sit down and have a bowl of greens and some chitlins and some cornbread and talk like men. And
watch
and he need to settle him down and say, look, bro, you need to let the game come to you. And what's going to happen is going to happen. But right now, he's pressing. He sure is.
Okay. So, you got Baltimore or Cleveland?
I'm going to go with Harbs. I'm going to go with John Harbaugh.
Look, I had to get it on. We got to get it on tape.
Yeah, man. John Harbaugh, he going to beat the brakes off Cleveland. Hell yeah.
Look, all right. I just had to get it on tape, coach. Tampa Bay is 3-3 at Carolina's 1-5. Last week, coach, Tampa Bay lost to a Mitch Trubisky-led Steeler team 28-10. They should have lost to Atlanta had not been for those just crazy roughing the passer calls.
That was terrible call.
Terrible call, coach. Tom Brady went on live on Instagram and said, I vow to turn this around. You ain't never going to see this type of play happen again. You believe he can do it, coach? Because he's 45.
Yep. He's 45, and not only is he 45, but it ain't no secrets that Tom Brady, TB12, dealing with some things. Okay, Slim, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Listen, I don't care. Pro football player, preacher, electrician, open heart surgeon, dentist, school teacher. Your wife and children leave you, it gonna affect you. Okay, ain't no way that's gonna affect you. So he dealing with that, and now he's 45. But here's my thing, Slim. You take off and leave and go to Robert Kraft's wedding in the middle of the season.
No, that's not wife stuff right there. That's not wife. That's
now, hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Bill Belichick didn't go to the wedding, and he worked for Robert Kraft. So, man, I mean, when you're distracted, Slim, especially when you on the sideline, dog cussing your offensive line,
MF in the lines,
hold up, and they looking at you and like, hold up, dog, I'm in the building, I'm in the weight room, I'm at the practice field, and you off having a good time at Robert Kraft's wedding. I mean,
that happened.
Yeah, but I think they get back on track and they beat the brakes off of Carolina. I sure do.
Same coach. I hope with the interim coach that the Carolina has right now.
No, they give it to boy Steve Wilkes.
They gave him Steve Wilkes.
Yeah, my friend,
Good.
brother.
Good.
I'm
Good.
for you, Q. But you're gonna get your brains beat out next Sunday because Tampa Bay rest assured, Todd Bowles gonna fix that thing and they gonna bounce back. And Slim, their saving grace is they're in a show enough sorry division.
That is the worst division in football, coach. The Saints, the 2-4. Carolina's 1-5. Atlanta's 3-3. They suck.
Yeah. They gonna get it straight. Yeah, they gonna get it
straight. So coach, the Jets, the young guns, biggest surprise in the NFL is they are good.
Yeah.
They're 4-2.
Yeah.
Also, biggest surprise in the AFC, coach, they're taking on Denver, and they're terrible.
Yeah.
Denver's 2-4.
Yeah.
Robert Saleh, the way he dominated the
Green Bay.
The way he dominated Green Bay, coach. He said we took him out of their comfort zone. We drug him out into the deep water. It's real familiar, coach. I've heard that before. I don't know where I heard it, but I heard that before.
I thought that might resonate with you, my brother, because when I was training you to be an offensive lineman, I used to say you prepare to play well when you're tired.
Yeah.
I'm 68 years old and I'm good rested.
Yeah, I'm pretty good rested.
So drag your opponent out into the deep water. Anybody can swim in 3 feet deeper water. But that boy, Robert Saleh, he got some dogs on defense now. He got that boy Sauce Gardner. He got that boy
Quentin Williams. And speaking of Quentin Williams, coach, 4 sacks when they played Green Bay. They got after him, Roger.
They got that running back from Iowa State.
Breece Hall. He running that ball, man.
Listen, they got some, and Slim, we talked about the Jets when we were breaking down each division in the NFL, and we said the key to the Jets was how soon their young players would start to mature and play well. And they're getting good play out of them good young players.
Right
I think some of them Jets are for real in that AFC East. And I'm going to tell you something else too, Slim. We chopped up the AFC West. We said it was going to be a gunslinger division.
Yeah.
Derek Carr in Vegas. You had Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. You had Justin Herbert. Mark Tresman just talked about Justin Herbert.
And you got
at the Chargers.
And you got Russell Wilson at Denver.
Yeah, and right now Russell Wilson can't throw rice at starving bird. Why do you think Russell Wilson looking so bad?
He old. We have literally watched the Russell Wilson age like a dying star in front of us, man.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
Yeah, Slim. And you spot on correct, Slim. Let me tell you, bro. He ain't the same. We have literally watched Russell Wilson get old right in front of our very eyes. No question about it. Slim, he's 33 and he'll be 34 before the end of this. He'll be 34 in November. He ain't the same, Slim. Now, last night, he cut up for a half, but Slim, he does not strike fear in opposing defenses like he once was. And
because he can't run like he used to.
He ain't the same, Slim.
He can't run like he used to.
Ain't the same.
Yeah, he just can't do it like he used to, coach.
No, he can't. No.
I got you. All right. So, coach, in the FBS, let's talk about these 9 undefeated teams as we go into week 8.
Okay.
Before we do that, coach, I got to tell you, I love you. You know, you my dad and everything, but you's a jinx, man. You got to watch your mouth and knock on wood when anybody's around you, dog.
What?
You said Notre Dame should last week on show 14.
Whoa. You calling me a jinx?
You are a jinx, coach. You are a jinx. Yeah, look, Notre Dame, you said had a favorable schedule and they would beat Stanford. You're wrong. You were wrong on that. They lost. You also said USC was running things over in the West. You was wrong again. They lost to Utah.
I did.
As we break down the dirty 9, coach, number 9 Syracuse, 6-0 at Clemson.
Yeah, but I did say this, Slim. I talked about it on my partner shot. I said that Dino Babers had gone through the cupcake part of the first six. Now this back six was the tough guys, and he showed up big time. Slim, they beat NC State. His offense averaged 7.2 yards a play.
That happened.
And so yeah. And now they go to Clemson. Both of them, somebody gotta go. Who gonna win that game? Both of them undefeated.
Clemson, coach, is in Death Valley, and I'm not going against Clemson.
Okay, well, Clemson's a good football team, and we're gonna get to them on down, but a little later on. But I'm gonna stick by Dino Babers. He got 6 in a row. Excuse me, and I'm pulling for Dino. All right, who next?
Coach. TCU at 8. They host K-State, coach. They took down the Okies. They took down the Okies 43-40 in double overtime. Mm-hmm. In your opinion, coach, who wins the Big 12 now?
I'm gonna ride with Sonny Dykes. Sonny Dykes.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you something now. Sonny Dykes, a hell of a coach. He came by it honest. That Spike Dykes, his son, Spike Dykes, West Texas football, Texas Tech, Red Raider football, a legendary coach. And Sonny Dykes won big at La Tech, and Sonny Dykes won big at SMU, and Sonny Dykes gonna win that Big 12 at TCU. So yeah, and I like them to take K-State this Saturday. I sure do.
Mm-hmm. Same thing, coach. Number 7, UCLA, big offense. Zach Charbonnet, running back, averaging 7.2 per carry, coach. Mm-hmm. Dorian Thompson Robinson is completing 75% of his passes. This Chip Kelly offense is dangerous, man.
Ain't no question. And Slim, but Chip Kelly, brilliant offensive mind. And what he did at Oregon, he is now doing right there at UCLA. And let me tell you something. Do know this. That boy Charbonnet, that running back, he is a rolling ball of butcher knives. Let me tell you.
That about 230, coach.
Woo! And he ain't let me tell you something, partner. Let me tell you something. When he squares up on you, you ain't getting nothing but headgear and kneecap, because he can get his ass and his helmet on the same plane. And partner, I'm gonna tell you something. He can run over 3 and run away from 8. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's good back.
6 at Ole Miss, coach. They taking on LSU. Who wins that game?
I think LSU gonna win because it's in Death Valley,
and that's it.
I think LSU will win because it's in Death Valley. But let me tell you something. Ole Miss is a big play offense, and Lane Kiffin is doing a tremendous job with that Ole Miss Rebel football program. They're another big play offensive attack too, Phil. Better watch. That's gonna be a thriller now. But if put a gun to my head, I'm taking my boy Brian Kelly.
I'm taking the Tigers in the Valley.
And the Bengal Tigers on the Bayou.
Tigers in the Valley as well. Clemson at 5. They're hosting Syracuse, coach. Like we said, somebody's got to go. I'm gonna say this though. Clemson is good. Clemson is efficient, but they are not great. We have seen better Clemson teams, but we haven't seen many Clemson teams that are 75% in the red zone. And I'm not talking about just scoring field goals, coach. These are touchdowns.
And that's their saving grace. And the other thing that works for Dabo is success breeds success. The 2 national championships, that's a football program that has high expectation, and they get the level of talent in recruiting to maintain that. So they have survived the Wake Forest scare. Florida State tested them last week. They came through that unscathed. That's a good football team. It's not a great team. Dabo has had better teams. He's had better defenses. That quarterback, he's legit. He can carry a team.
DJ Uyangalele.
But I'm sticking with it. I got Dino pulling this out. Who you got?
I got Clemson, coach, like I said before.
Okay.
Now, Tennessee, they're going to host UT Martin. Hendon Hooker, quarterback for the Volunteers. He's got a real legit shot at a 4,000-yard passing career and a 600-yard rushing career
for a season, 4,000 a season.
For a season, coach. For a single season. If he does that, he's going to be up there with some fast company. I'm talking about RG3, Johnny Manziel, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, Marcus Mariota. I mean, that's a fast company right there, coach.
That's a fast company. That's some fast company, no pun intended, because all them guys can run like a Yanni Gold, and they can throw the football as well. Yeah. That's gonna be real interesting right there.
They beat UT Martin, coach, but we break down Tennessee on a whole different level. I mean, this ain't.
Yeah, they're gonna beat the brakes off UT Martin, and UT Martin will get a paycheck. But Tennessee, and kudos to Josh Heupel. He's done a hell of a job. They scored 52 points on Alabama. You got to give him a lot of credit. In a big win last week, no question.
And T. Martin, coach, can't forget about T. Martin.
Well, yeah.
Number 3, Michigan, coach. Typical Michigan team, beating the brakes off of Penn State and doing it on the ground, 418 yards rushing, coach.
Yeah.
Man.
This is a Penn State team, Mildred, that a lot of people think could be better than last year's Michigan team. And last year, Jim Harbaugh took the Wolverines to the CFP. Yeah. But yes, man, I'm gonna tell you something. and set it up for a great Ohio State-Michigan rivalry game. It's going to be an epic again. But this Michigan team can roll up their sleeves and punch you in the mouth, knock you off the ball whenever they get ready. And so, it's a typical Michigan team, no question. 418 yards rushing, and Penn State gonna be real, ranked number 10 in the country when they did that. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Georgia, is it safe to say this is another great Bulldog defense, coach?
Yeah, it's a great Bulldog defense, good enough to beat Tennessee when they win. I'm gonna ask you that now. Yeah, okay. So
yes, coach. Yes, Tennessee is going to lose to Georgia when they go to Athens. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Hendon Hooker in that Tennessee offense, I'm going on record of saying this right now. Gonna take down Georgia in Athens. I'm telling you right now. You remember where you heard it. Okay. And Ohio State is number 1, right? The last of the unbeatens, ranked number 1.
Yeah. They host Iowa, coach.
And they're gonna beat the brakes off of Iowa. Because Iowa can't throw rice at starving birds. So they're gonna beat the brakes off of Iowa. But now let me ask you this. We done gone through the dirty 9, the 9 undefeated teams in FBS. Is there one undefeated team that you think will make the CFP? And you got USC undefeated. You got Penn State undefeated. You got who else is undefeated? Alabama undefeated. With one loss. These are one loss teams. One loss team. You got
you ask me, coach, it's the Trojans of Southern California.
So
we didn't said it before. We didn't said it before on the show, coach. And I'm gonna bring back your history. You said when Southern Cal becomes good again, it'll not only be good for college football, but the CFP in general. Okay. They're back to that level, coach. Lincoln Riley got them boys balling. They're gonna beat UCLA and they're gonna get that final spot.
Okay. So you saying that USC is right now the team with just one loss. Now you realize that Alabama's in that mix.
Yes.
Okie State's in that mix.
Yes.
Penn State's in that mix.
Yes.
With one loss. Okay. And you say that it'll be USC that gets the CFP. That's your. And I'm telling you right now again. Okay. I'll tell you what your papa you say. Hard head, make a soft ass. I'm telling you right now again. Alabama gonna win the West. And they go into Atlanta. And when they go to Atlanta, they either gonna meet Tennessee or Georgia. I just said Tennessee would beat Georgia, and they gonna beat Tennessee in the SEC championship again, and that double validates Alabama, because The committee gonna say, well, Georgia been either 1, 2, or 3 all season long, and they lose to Tennessee. And then Nick Saban rebounds and overcomes a loss. Oh, yeah, by the way, it took 52 points to beat him, and he beats Tennessee a second time. So here's going to be the CFP. All right, newsflash, I'm giving y'all all the scoop, okay? Two teams going from the SEC, and one of them going to be Alabama, okay? The other going to be Tennessee or Georgia. The Big Ten going to get one of them, and it's going to be who either wins out of Michigan,
Ohio State or Michigan.
And Clemson going to get that other one because they're going to run roughshod through that ACC, which is a hoop conference. So that's your 4, folks, right there.
Now, I agree with everything with what you just said, but everything with what you just said, Coach. Alabama is either going to lose when they finish off their schedule, or they're going to lose when they get to Atlanta.
Okay, so let me, before we, and I digress, but we'll move on. But there was a great line from the movie Indecent Proposal. When you're talking about USC, you tell me USC gonna make it to the CFP, and here's why they will not. Look where they are on the ranking list right now. Look where they are. In the movie Indecent Proposal, you know the story of the movie, Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore, they young couple, they broke, they need some money, they meet Robert Redford, he's a billionaire, he offer Demi Moore and
$1 million.
$1 million, okay. They get greedy, take the money. And you know what happened? Well, Robert Redford done fell in love now. He sprung, Slim. So he done fell in love with Demi Moore, okay? And so he trying to make Demi Moore his lady. And so when he's letting her know, I'm serious about you, I love you, Demi Moore says to him, this ain't gonna work, no way, no how. He says, why? She says, because from where we started, we got nowhere to go from here. And it's the same thing with USC. Where USC started, they got nowhere to go. Slim, they too far down the list. They can run the table. It ain't but 4 picks. 2 of them coming from the SEC, 1 of them coming from the Big Ten, and Clemson going. Remember where you heard it.
All right, Coach. It was a pleasure being in the studio with you again. Please tell Mama I love her, all right?
I'll do it. I'll do it. Be cool. Happy birthday, Brittany Griner, who celebrated 32 years behind the walls of a penitentiary in Russia, now going on 8 months for vapes. Now, it makes no difference whether you're liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat. But one thing's for certain. When you hear twin fiddles and a steel guitar, you're listening to the sound of the American heart. If that'd been George Strait, he'd be home already. And hey, that's how I see it. 6 o'clock. Oh yeah, straight up and down.
Coach George Strait, Wilson Pickett, I'm not Wilson Pickett, Toby Keith, Coach.
They'd be home already. They'd be home. Hey, look, rest in paradise to the great Hall of Fame pitcher, Bruce Sutter, the father of the split finger fastball. No question about it. No question about it. Slim, we had a winner for the trivia question. We had a winner for the trivia question. And it was one of my co-workers, Slim, my main man, Edwin Pineda. Great guy. If you're looking for a great deal on a pre-owned, certified pre-owned Hyundai or a brand new Hyundai, come to Humble Hyundai and ask for my boy Edwin Pineda. Heck of a guy. He came up with it now. The 4 Hall of Famers from Jackson State: Jackie Slater, Rob Brazil, Walter Payton, Lem Barney.
Way to go.
Way to go, Edwin Pineda.
Way to go, Edwin. Way to go, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of HomeSpun Sports. Sports talk with a twist. Up, down, home, wisdom. Coach, I mean, it's a hell of a guest you had on. Mark Treasure, thank you so much for being our special guest on episode 15. It was an absolute treat. It really was. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure not only to catch this episode on YouTube, but on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and our new platform, SoundCloud. Y'all don't want to miss out. For your listening and your viewing pleasure, we gonna have it for y'all. It's all live, it's all real, it's all for you. Be sure to stay updated with the content. Make sure you got your bells turned on so you don't miss a single video when we upload it for you. Make sure you stay subscribed. Hit the like button. Hit the comment. Y'all have fun. Hey, Coach.
Hey, man.
Let's go ahead and get up out of here.
Hey, man. You know the deal. What? Bang, bang. Give me 2 beats. Bang, bang, bang. I got one. All right.